The word get is a verb. The dictionary defines it as receiving or having possession, use, or enjoyment of, coming to a specified place, arriving, reaching, and lastly, to succeed, to become enabled, or to be permitted. So with all that said, did you get it? Good. Welcome to Get the Podcast.
You better get it while the getting's good. It won't be long until I'm gone in all likelihood. Misinformed is an excuse, be the engine that could. I know my roots, I know my rights, and still misunderstood. I'm getting to it.
Hey, what's up, people? It's your friendly neighborhood Negro, JC. And Get the Pod is a micro pod where I give my 2 cents, a couple quarters, and a few dollars on some hot button issues in not only the Black community, but the overall global community. All of the episodes will be under 20 minutes with the goal of, hopefully, getting you to the point of fruitful and meaningful conversations with those in your immediate friend groups and circles. So, you got it now?
Yep.
You get it yet?
Think so.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what's up, neighbors? What's up, neighbors? What's up, neighbors? Today, we're going to talk about the ways in which whiteness is inherently exclusionary. And we're gonna do this using a 2012 movie. Wait, let me make sure. Let me do a quick Google search. Yes, we're gonna do this using a 2012 movie called The Watch. Yeah, so it stars Ben Stiller. He's a typical white suburbanite man. And we have him, opening in comedic fashion, talking about how his community is super diverse and that they're accepting of all races and colors of people, and that he doesn't have any Black friends, but he's accepting applications for a Black friend. And I was like, okay, so we're starting early. Like, this is in the first 5 minutes of the movie. And basically, he's a manager at Costco, and something happens, and one of the security guards is killed right after he got his American citizenship, which I think is ironic, and could go on another level, but we ain't gonna go on that tangent. But he's just become an American citizen, and he gets killed by aliens, right? And so the whole premise of the movie is that we have this ragtag group of individuals that, essentially defend this white suburban picturesque neighborhood from alien invasion. Now, one of the things that I find most interesting is that there is literally, outside of the random cameos, when we talk about the first 5 minutes where he's accepting a Black friend, or he's accepting applications for a Black friend, and there's a Black, mailman or whatever, or gardener or whatever. Outside of those, specific colorized tropes, the only other Black person in this group, his name is Jamarcus, and he's British, right? And you find out that the main character is actually an alien. He's a part of the aliens that have been sent to take over the world. But he decides not to, because he's grown to love the white people that he's, started to live with. And so it's just really funny to me because in the topic of othering, right, Jamarcus is his name, this Black British person. When we talk about othering, and we talk about how othering can work inside of whiteness, and then furthermore specifically how it works inside of America, there is no, it's a bit on the nose that the character that doesn't belong, quote unquote, the dark character with the British accent also turns out to be the alien. And I'm just like, you actually physically take this Black man who was already an other in a cast of an all white, crew, and you literally continue to other him by not only making him British, but making him the thing that is the antagonist of the entire movie. And what fascinates me further about this is that The alien, Jamarcus, like I said, decides to stay with the white people against his own kind being the aliens that want to essentially colonize Earth. And I just think it's kind of representative of the way whiteness works, whereas to be white, especially in America, you have to literally forego all of your cultural traditions, all of your ethnic traditions, all of these things, especially as a non-white person. You have to throw this away to be a part of this culture that is, by definition, exclusionary, right? To be black or to be brown is to be embracive. Not embracive isn't a word. It means to embrace different things of people's point of view. Like for blackness specifically, when we talk about the children of mixed heritage, right? 9 times out of 10, those kids, that family or that parent that is not black, they find solace with their black family, with their black in-laws, right? Because their white family has othered them, because you've had this child with this black person and that is not of our ilk. So we're not going to talk to you anymore because you've essentially sullied our bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Most of those people, the people that have the children and the children themselves find more comfort and solace amongst their black family and friends than they do amongst their white family and friends. There are some cases where the reverse is flipped, but it's so rare that, it's one of those things where it's like, I might be lighter skinned, my hair might be looser curled or whatever else, but at the end of the day, I'm not this thing. I'm not white. And so I'm inherently not a part of this. So it inherently excludes me. And the people on the other side of this, the black people, we're going to accept you because we understand that you black regardless of what the fuck you look like, in for a penny, in for a pound. And so, like I said, it's just interesting that to become an accepted part of the community, not only do you have to, forego all of your people, but you also have to help in destroying your people, right? Because the Costco ends up blowing up. The heroes, quote unquote, end up blowing up the Costco, where the aliens have like nested or something, and they end up killing all the aliens, right? And just something else is that magnums fly across the screen while rap music is playing. And I was just like, if this isn't the most stereotypical, so magnums fly across the screen while rap music is playing. What is the obsession, especially with white men, with black dick? I don't understand it. Somebody help me understand it. Make it make sense. I'm just inside of all of these tropes that we have in this one movie, which again, this is 2012. So this isn't 2020. All right. This is long before, we're talking about Me Too and diversity, all of these things. This is long before this was in a popular, i.e. white conversation, right? In the white zeitgeist. But it's just you have magnums fly across the screen while rap music is playing. Again, what is the obsession with black dick with white men? Let me know. I'm trying to figure it out. But this movie is dangerous on a subconscious level. It's subversive because it's we're taking and we're reinforcing the way that white people have always viewed people that did not look like them. And we're taking and reinforcing that in a way that is comedic for, quote unquote, family consumption, where no, it's inherently dangerous, right? It's inherently xenophobic. It's inherently racist. It lends to the topic and the belief of otherism, because you have this movie that literally we look at one of the main characters who is already not like the other. One of these things is not like the other, and it's Jamarcus, right? And so we're already on high alert as a white person in this suburban place, because again, whiteness is exclusionary. Whiteness polices things that are not white, right? That is how whiteness works. So we're already on high alert because we have this one black character that's British of all things. So you couldn't get further from American than black and British, right? All the way over there. And then we take this person and we essentially tell the audience, oh, you were right. He was one of them motherfuckers. You were right. He's dangerous, this and that, blah, 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 blah. He's an alien. We knew it. He was the bad guy. Like you're inherently reinforcing these stereotypes, like subconsciously though, in the form of a movie. And it's like, the only way for this inherently othered person to be considered and accepted as part of us is he has to completely disown his culture, his heritage, his people. He has to disown them, help destroy them. And then, and only then, will you even get a modicum of being accepted inside of our really white, really suburban, really, quote unquote, progressive and diverse community. Like you literally have to disavow all the things that make you, right? And accept all of the things that aren't you and put on this armor and this heavy baggage that no one asked for, and I'm just like, that is so like this movie. It's even called The Watch. Even if we go back to just slavery days, there were literally quote unquote neighborhood watches of white men that would patrol to make sure that black people were kept in their quote unquote place. And they would do this through methods of intimidation, through methods of violence, murder, black men, like all of these strong arm and all of these things. Like even the name of the movie called The Watch, like it's so fucking, this entire movie from start to finish is so fucking problematic that I just have to wonder, like, when I look at all of the things stacked up against it, I'm just like, was this on purpose? Is this supposed to be satire? Or was it really just no black people in that writer's room or no people of color at all to say, hey, by the way, this is really fucked up, right? Because bear in mind, 2012 versus 2021, this movie's 9 years old. No. Yeah, this movie's 9 years old now. Damn. Let's talk about math that I can't do. But this movie's 9 years old now. So it's like, again, all of this quote unquote cultural sensitivity buzzword shit wasn't a thing back then. It was literally just black people and people of color being like, hey, this is fucked up and here's why, right? There wasn't like this huge, push for it. But I'm just like, how could you not? How, again, is it conscious or is it unconscious? Are you trying to be satirical or subversive? Is this Inception? Right? What I would love to talk to the directors and the actors in this film, because I'm just like, it's so fucking fucked up. Like I couldn't and this isn't even me sitting down and watch the entire movie. This is me catching about 40 minutes of it, like 20 minutes towards the front, about 5 minutes in the middle, and the last part in the ending. And I was just like, wait, this is so fucked up. I have to do an episode on this. This is so fucked up. I was like, everything about this movie is fucked. It's trash. It's like the most racist shit. It's essentially when a white person tells a racist joke and then a person that is affected by the joke voices their opinion and they say, oh, you're being too sensitive. No, bitch, you're just being racist. And I would just like you to respect my humanity or catch these hands. Sometimes they don't say that, but that's where I'm at. You either gonna respect my humanity or catch these hands or respect this ass whooping that's about to come to you. I'm not that isn't in 2021, after all of the shit that we've been through in the last 2 years, in the last 5 years, in the last 10 years. I am not asking for anything. I'm past the point of begging for anything. You're going to catch these hands or these bullets or these knives or whatever that you need to catch for you to understand the message. Because I understand that sometimes certain people just don't understand something that's not violence. So you can talk to some people and they get it, but some people ain't going to get it till you stomp a mud hole in their ass and they catching rain with the puddles. You know what I'm saying? Some people just not going to get it. And so, again, I just wonder, when I watch a movie like The Watch, what the fuck is happening here? This is garbage. It wasn't rated that great either. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just again, this is problematic as fuck. Can we do better? Hollywood. That's all. And I'm out. Get the Podcast is a production from the OVT Network, with original artwork by Kenzo Sturdivant and original music by Sincerely Blip. The podcast is hosted and edited by me, your friendly neighborhood Negro, JC. If you found value in anything I've said here today, please subscribe, like, share, and comment on YouTube or Instagram at the OVT Network. You can also connect with me, JC, on IG at JC from the OVT. Got to keep it simple, right? Don't forget to rate us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, or wherever your podcasts are casted. And lastly, did you know that if you share this podcast with just one person, we would double in size the community? So, with that being said, get to sharing, goddammit. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you listening. Peace.